Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and real quick, we're going to do a video. We're going to make another flower, and we're going to create one of these gorgeous appliques like I showed you in my other video. This is where I did this beautiful pink one that you guys will remember. And this time we're going to do one in purple. Now, here's the thing. I don't know that this purple is showing up as purple, but I'm going to try and work my magic on my editing program so that you can see just how purple this ribbon is. And what I'm using today is 7/8 inch deep purple, and I am telling you guys, it is purple. It's a deep purple, but yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up that color. But it looks blue on my camera, and that's bothering me. I'm trying to get my lighting to go to where it shows. Maybe that looks more purple. There we go. You can see the purple in that now. Yeah, it depends on what kind of lighting I'm using. So let's see if we use this light, if it goes okay for this purple. At least you can kind of see that it's purple ribbon, and it's the most gorgeous purple you've ever seen. And my pictures will show, my still pictures do show the purple, and my phone video shows the purple. So I don't know why in this space I can't get it to look super purple, but it is. So this is going to be really beautiful, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a small applique, and since we're using 7/8 inch ribbon, so this is almost an inch. So I would, if you want to make these smaller flowers, I would get a 1-inch ribbon, and I've got some longer ones cut and burned and some shorter ones cut and burned. And again, I'm going to show you how I do these. This one is cut with a round edge. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this flame, and I'm not using my candle. I just prefer using these burners because I can control the flame a little bit better. And I'm just getting a slight curve there. That's all we need, is a slight curve on the underside of this ribbon. So you can see how nicely it burns. This is my last little short one here, and then I'm going to show you some of these edges on some of these are not super rounded. You see this one? It's just kind of, I cut off the corners. Now you can do that and it works fine as well. You don't have to round them out because your flame is basically going to create that rounding over the edges. So you guys, you don't have to worry about getting them perfectly cut into that circle shape at the end. You just don't. Look at that. Beautiful. And I got one more here that's even more square. And you can see if I get my flame just right under it, and I'm touching this with the flame, that's what I get. Okay, so we've got these all burned. These little ones I cut at about a little over an inch. And these are the ones I'm going to glue together so that I can use them for the rosebud in the center. And I'm using my silicone pad because it's amazing. And you guys, please forgive my glue gun. Look at that. It's got glue, burnt glue, stuck all over the edge of it. I'm so sorry. It's really bad. But that's because I have it sitting over here next to me on a spot that's covered in glue. So the glue's just burning over and over again. So anyway, we're just going to take and we're going to go to the edge of this one. And we're going to piece these together. And we'll see how many of them we need as we go. And these I'm just kind of putting in a straight line, you guys. If it curves a little bit, don't worry about that. That's fine. They'll still work. And I'm just using my finger right here because it's not organza. And so this glue is not coming through the satin and burning my finger. This is a very low temp glue gun. So I'm perfectly safe with just using my finger and pressing it on there. And I can do this relatively quickly, just holding my glue gun in my hand, my right hand, while I pick up my ribbons with my left hand. A couple of these have more burnt edges, so I'm gonna save those for last. If I have to use them, I'll kind of cut off those edges a little bit. But I think I'm gonna actually have enough without using those. I want a nice, I'll save those just in case I need them for extra bits and pieces. So this piece, what we're going to do, I'm going to get my glue strings off of there first. And we're just going to set it aside because it's ready to go. So we'll just put it up here, just like that. And again, this is going to be a small flower, you guys. So now we're going to start with our bottom row of ribbons. Let's see, I'm just kind of trying to size these up here because they're all a little bit different. I don't really want them to be too long, especially once I get to the inside rows, because I don't need them to be really long. So I'm just kind of sizing them up here. That's pretty long. That's a little shorter. Longer. Let's see. Got quite a few of the longer ones, but I've actually cut quite a few of these, you guys, way more than I probably need, so we're totally good here. Okay, so I'm gonna put those there, make a little stack of the shorter ones there. And I think what I will do is I will use these longer ones for my bottom layer. And I'm going to make this, let's see, I haven't decided really how many petals I'm going to need because this is a smaller one and I haven't made but a couple of the small ones. So we'll see how many we end up using. Six, 7, and I'm thinking I'm going to end up using 8 or 9 on this flower. And what I may end up having to do at the end is to add pieces to the back side, because I think we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8 petals. Okay, so that's our bottom layer. We're going to set that aside. And I'm going to move to these smaller ones to make my next layer. So, and look at how fast I'm going, you guys. So we got 8 on the first layer. So this next layer, you know, sometimes I'll use the same number of petals on my next layer. I just have them closer together to kind of make it a little fuller on the inside, and I have found that that looks really, really nice. So far we've got 5 here. And I feel like that one I turned a little too far. 6. And I think I'm going to use 8 on this one as well, but you can see they're a lot closer together. You can see there's not much of a hole in the center on this one, whereas on the other one, actually, you know what? 7's going to work fine for this one because it keeps it round. We want to, well, you know what? No, I do feel like I want one more. here. Whoops. Of course, Carol. Like that. And we're gonna, so we used 8 on the second layer. But you can see it is smaller than the first one. So 1, 2, and this middle one is going to have fewer. I'm certain of that. Okay. Maybe 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that's going to be plenty for this little center row. Okay. So actually, I kind of feel like, I almost feel like this one's almost the same size as the last one. It's a little bit smaller. You know what, you guys? I think I'm going to make one more row. I think I am. I'm going to cut these down a little bit though, and I'm going to make them smaller. Like that. And I'm just cutting them down. Just like that. And this one I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go with 6 on this one. And so you guys, you can put as many layers as you want, depending on how fluffy you want your rows. So that's all up to you. And this one, I'm only going to use 6 petals. And that's going to cover it just fine. I'm sorry if I'm getting over to the side too far. I tend to do that. I pull it closer and closer and closer to me as I go. Okay, and then we'll push those two together and we have our center section. This one has a nice hole. This one, I'm just going to cut a little bit in the center here to make sure our hole is big enough. Okay, so really quickly, look at how quickly we're getting through this, you guys. So this is the second one, this is the first, that's the third, and that's the fourth. Okay, so I'm just going to put a layer of glue here and put these petals in between the petals on the last layer. And then we're going to do the same thing with the next layer. Putting the petals between the others, just like that. And here's our last one. And I'm making sure I'm getting the glue out just a little ways because I don't want it in the center of the flower. So now let me get my glue strings off of here. That's one spot where I got a tiny little bit of glue on one of the petals. I'm going to cut this one down and I'm going to pop it in there so that we don't end up seeing that little bit of glue. So I'm just going to go like this, and this is how you can kind of repair it if you have a section. And it's okay, it looks a little bit funny right now with that one sitting right there, but that's okay because this bud is going to cover that. So all you're going to see is the petals. You're not going to see where they're overlapping. Okay, so now here's our bud piece. So we're going to take this first one and I'm going to add a little bit of glue right there, and I'm just going to fold it over to get it to have a little bit of a crease and kind of fold it back a little bit. And then I'm going to add some more glue here and sort of start rolling it a little bit. I'm trying to get this round in the center here. So there. Once I get it started, it's real easy to keep going. So I'm just going to put a layer of glue there and start setting these petals where I want them to be. You can push back a little bit. You can, you know, sort of crinkle the petal a little bit if you need to get it to lay where you want it to be. Because sometimes they're going to lay in a spot that you kind of feel like, yeah, that shouldn't go there. And you can see this is turning into a really beautiful bud. And sometimes even with my rosebud, I will take and add a couple of petals around the outside to fill in spots that maybe didn't fill in. And we're almost done. And thank you guys for watching my other rose videos. I thought those went really, really well. And I seemed to get a really good reception from those. So I'm really glad about that. These have been so fun for me. I'm so excited that I finally learned how to make them and make them really to look like a rose. You know, because a long time I was, you know, making some and the little raggedy ones are cute too. They're great flowers. I like the little lace ones and all of that. But I do love my roses, and I do love making these. And the fact that, look at that, I can get them to turn out perfect every time. So now all we got to do is add some glue to the center. And I need to add a glue stick to my gun here. I'm just going to put a nice little dollop right there in the center and pop that through and get it nice and secure. There we go. And we have one gorgeous, gorgeous purple flower. And boy, I really wish you guys could see the purple in this because it's so pretty. I really hope I can fix my camera or fix my color in my editing program because it really is gorgeous. So now I'm going to just take and I'm going to look around and see where I might have a couple of spots that I feel like I need a couple of petals to fill in. I've got enough petals here, I think, to sort of fill in those spots. I really only have a few spots that need it. Lots of glue strings. Wow. Across the bottom of it. Okay, and then I need one here. That one. Right there. I need one right there, and I think that might be it. And I'm just, you know, putting the glue where I think I need it for that particular petal. Oh, there's one more spot right there. And I might use that last one just because I have one petal left. Why leave it sitting there all alone? It should join its friends. And I'm going to put that right there. And voila. Okay, so it's nice and perfectly round. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? Gosh, I really wish the color would show up better on this. I'm trying to move my light over it. I mean, you can see the purple in there, but that deep, deep purple is what color this actually is, but it's even deeper than that, if I'm being honest. It's so gorgeous. Well, that looks even bluer. Well, we're going to just leave it like that for now. Anyway, so now we have our little purple doily here. And I did find some of my other of this lace, this purple lace. So I am going to cut a couple of pieces off of this. And real quick, I'm going to have to cut around it. So that I can use it. So I'm just going to get as close to the edges of this pattern as I can. But it's okay if there's a little bit of that lace popping out, but I don't want a lot of it to be showing the mesh. So I've got that edge pretty much done. So let's just go around. I'm going to do this over my trash can, you guys, because this mesh sticks to the silicone like crazy, and it's hard to get up. So rather than trying to cut it over the silicone and then working for 5 minutes to get it all up, I'll just cut around it over my trash can. And it just takes a minute, you know. But just find, you know, one of your favorite laces or a couple of different laces that you can use to accent your applique. And you'll be amazed at how beautiful they come out. Okay, so I've got those two cut out. And we don't need this piece, but now I've got this little piece that I can use for something else. And I really wish I had cut it so that I left it on the strip. I should have. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I have some of this sequined lace that Sherry gave me. And I'm going to take and cut a couple of pieces of this off because this is going to be gorgeous along with those. And again, I need to cut the mesh off around it in a couple spots. And then you can also burn the edges. I don't always like to do that if I don't have to, just because sometimes when you burn it, you get those little curly cues, and I don't care for those. And I think we'll cut off just this little leaf right here. So pretty. And these just accent so nicely. Oh my word. They're beautiful. And this one has a little, like a flower on it, and I'm thinking that I will use a little piece, and I had just a little piece of this lace. So I had this out and I was going to use it. I have an umbrella or a parasol that Sherry sent me that I really want to do a video on, and I was kind of saving this for that, but I do still have another piece here. So those will get saved for the parasol, because it's a purple parasol and I just think that lace is going to look amazing on it. And I think I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put this piece of felt on the back of this flower just to kind of hold it in place, because the felt will hold everything together better than just the doily. So I'm just going to put a nice little dollop right there in the middle and plop that over the top, just like that. And that way all that center stuff is glued together and it's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so there's that. And then we're just gonna take, you guys seeing how easy this is? I've got this swirly piece too. I was thinking I might use a piece of this. I have to determine which way I want this lace to go. I think maybe like that, and then like that. I like to have them kind of off to the side, sort of. I don't know if this piece really... No, we're not going to use that one. So we're going to use those. And then have some of these kind of popping out to the side, like that. There we go. I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead, while I've got this right here, I'm going to just glue this stuff down right where I have them. Get a decent amount of glue on that doily, but not too much. And then pop that one right there. And I want to make sure that some of this green comes out from behind this piece too. I want to see that. It just adds that one other color element to it that I think accentuates it. So we've got those on, and I think I'm just going to verify that this is where I want, yeah, I want this one to go right here. Right like that. Okay, and then now all we have to do and now I'll have another applique that I can put in my store. And you guys will see, if you go over to my Etsy shop, you will see the true colors of this flower in my photographs, because my my pictures that I take with my phone come out very true to color, and I'm able to adjust a little bit so that I get the right color variations, I should say, that show. But look at this, you guys. Is that not gorgeous? So there's another quick applique, quick video, 30 minutes, and we've got something beautiful to use on top of a box. I've got a little box here. I know it's already done, but You know, if you want to drape something like that over the top of a small box, look at that. I mean, it really, really is gorgeous. Or if you want to use it, I have one of my little Bibles here. You want to take a Bible or a journal or something like that and just put it across the top of that. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? So there's so many ways you can use these and so many things you can do with them and just turn something from plain into phenomenal. So I hope you guys liked this video. I enjoyed doing it for sure. And thank you all for watching and blessing me with your presence. And thank you to everyone who supports my channel, who sends me wonderful, wonderful bits and pieces that I can use in my videos. And to everyone who's been shopping in my Etsy store and to everyone who has just subscribed to my channel, you all mean the world to me, and I appreciate you so, so much. Please like and share my video. The more you guys share them, the more views I get and the more subscribers I can get, and the more YouTube will put me in front of more subscribers. I need those thumbs ups, you guys, and the comments. Those help me more than you will ever know. And like I said, the channel is growing faster now. I am getting put in front of more viewers. So you guys are really helping me out with that. And I appreciate it. So thank you so much for all you guys do for me. God bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. First and foremost, love your family. Hug them, kiss them. Tell them you love them often, and be safe out there, you guys. It's a crazy, crazy world. God bless you all. Take care, and stay tuned for pictures on the back end. Bye-bye.